What is going on, everybody? I'm hoping uh, people can actually see me and hear me at the moment. So, folks, this one's going to be kind of short. It's kind of an off-schedule live. So, I heard two articles today, or I watched one video, and the other one was an article, and am trying to figure out. And I'd like to analyze things, and for the life of me, I cannot put my finger on what the hell is going on here. So I'll just kind of relay what I've read, and we can kind of take it how you will. First of all, so I watched another creator, an Instagrammer, and his name escapes me. I've seen him several times. He is firmly of the belief, this is a former army guy, that the people who have been brought in who have not been vetted are undoubtedly people who are going to hurt us in bad ways. And he said he honestly thinks it'll be sooner than later. Another creator has pointed out that the government is getting ready for civil unrest. Now, she didn't take sides one way or the other, but she did say if side A wins, side B is going to be furious. If side B wins, side A is going to lose their shit. I find it interesting. Everybody's seeing it. And I've asked people who are involved in some of this stuff, well, what are you expecting? And hey, what's going on? Oops, KP, Teresa, all my peeps in YouTube. Got one person in Rumble. Everybody believes that something is going to happen, but nobody can pin down what. Now, the recurring theme on one side, that one creator, was cyber attack, which would make sense. They said we have people in the country, and really you could be a hacker in Sweden, on a golf course or something, and hack some. So they don't physically have to be here. But the military guy was convinced it was people who are already in the country. And we've all been talking about this because we all see it. So I asked somebody in my family who was involved with bringing, integrating migrants a few years ago, not very long ago. And what she had told me, this is someone I grew up with, what she had told me was the Latinos, culture is generally compatible with the American culture, right? A lot of commonality in family and Christianity, Judaism, stuff like that. So even though there are differences and certain things acceptable there are not acceptable here, it's not a big jump. Other than the gang members tend to be psychotics anyway, so that's a whole nother, but we have the mafia and gangs here. But I keep hearing this recurring theme about the other ones, the folks that may be from cultures that are absolutely opposed to us, not necessarily religion wise, but across the board, that some of them are definitely here waiting. But for what, we don't know. And what we're witnessing in the TDA gang and, the takeovers, what we're seeing here in Texas with the Cuban gangs doing major fuel thefts. They'll pull the van over the fuel in a gas station at 2 a.m, bust open the cap. They use a 20 horsepower pump and just suck all the fuel into 55-gallon drums in the van, seal everything up, and they're gone. And in the morning, like, the gas station has nothing in it. Hey, Wolfang, what's going on? KP, Neil. Hey, Loretta. Cut, peeled, and cooked 6 pounds of applesauce. Wow. That's crazy. I went to the range, and I think I properly sighted in my wife's rifle. She's going to have to go finalize it. I was actually going to do a live stream on Rumble, but I wasn't sure if Rumble would allow live streaming with a firearm. I knew I could make a firearm video, and that was no big deal. But what I want to ask everyone, though, going back to my subject, what I want to ask everybody, start assessing your area. What are you guys seeing? And you can put it in the chats either on Rumble or YouTube, or you can find me if you're on TikTok or X, wherever you drop it. What are you seeing? Now, we're seeing big fuel thefts, and organized car thefts. It's a lot of thievery. It's a lot of the stuff you typically expect from a gang. But no apartment takeovers with the TDA and MS-13 type groups. They're reporting them in Dallas, but I cannot corroborate that. I know the Texas cops are up their butt already, so which is good. But is anyone seeing things that, other than in a general sense, hey Trent, what's going on? Hey Rage, what's going on? Other than what we're generically hearing. So what I'm going to ask everyone to do this week, and I'm going to try and do the same, is if you can post on your own channels or your own accounts, great. If not, you can comment below this video. You can comment below any of the four horsemen, actually, Vision, Hudson, Livingston, and just say, mention, hey, what are you noticing? Are you seeing an uptick in car theft? Is it more a crime thing? Or is there something else going on? Because I hate to, more outsiders than insiders these days, but I see no real thug stuff. Yeah, so the accent, the Spanish accent in this part of Texas is changing to where it's funny because I'm hearing the Cubans and Mexicans complain about the Venezuelans that showed up, which, for the record, Latinos are the worst about being discriminatory. Like, the old country people are the worst. Oh, the Cuban is stupid. No, the Venezuelan. My dad, oh my God. He was like the old man from Gran Torino. Oh, I'll shoot you in the face, that guy. But he was Puerto Rican. Now, he was nice in public, but when, like, nobody was around, he's like, that pendejo. It was never ending with my dad. But, yeah, we're seeing a lot of that, but it hasn't gotten to thuggery and ugly. So I'm wondering, are people just kind of stretching here? Seeing a lot more people sleeping on sidewalks. Open drug use. They allow that there, Mimi? Or are they just not enforcing it? Like, technically it's illegal. Cleaning, overflowing, watching the Buckeyes and listening, tritasking. Yeah, I'm waiting for pizza. One of the nice things about having your kids move out is, like, if you want to have pizza Thursday and Saturday night, you could just go and get pizza and have beer or drink soda. Nobody tells you, oh, well, I didn't want to eat that. No, because you know what? My three pendejos, they're in their own houses. Two of them have their own kids, and their kids are not eating, and you can go deal with that shit. I did my part. Somebody said, oh, man, what, did you not want to be a parent? No, I love being a dad, but I'm done my dad thing. I want to be a grandpa now, which is what I am. I want to go and teach the little grandchildren mischief and then send them home so that I can wallow, or I can bask in my glee while my kids are miserable, which is probably why my daughter is terrified of having kids now, which maybe I may have mentioned that to her at one point. Uptick in homeless on the move, walking south, murders in the rural area. That's scary. Seeing more men from the Middle East, South America than normal. Yes, purse-looking backpacks. I've seen that as well. Or so we can tell the guys who are not from Mexico or Texas, because for whatever reason, the guys coming from Venezuela, and it's a fashion thing. They wear really, like, the Mexican guys down here are usually like the cowboys, right? It's the vaquero, ranchero type. So you got the blue jeans, the boots, and the button-down shirt, right? So they look like a Texan. They're just Spanish, right? It's just, we're all mixed together. The Venezuelans are all wearing really tight, almost yoga pant looking jeans, which is terrible. Men should not wear that unless they're super skinny and a rock star who snorts cocaine. And then they wear the soccer jersey, but it's way too tight, and every one of them has this belly, but they're super skinny on top and super skinny on the legs, so they look like a squishy penguin. And so the Mexican guys are making fun of the Venezuelans because they look stupid, and then they get in fights in the bar. And yeah, like the cowboys out here, you don't want to pick bar fights with them because that's just generally a bad idea. But we're seeing that change, that weirdness. I bought 2 slaps last week. More illegals buying up food like it's the end of the world. See, and then it makes you wonder, it's disgusting. Law enforcement is stretched. Yeah, they don't have enough. So unless it's really serious, they're going to let it go. They don't have enough people. And I mean, look at how all of it happened at once. We defunded the police because they were brutalizing allegedly everybody. At the same time, we brought in, 8-10 million new people, a bunch of gang members because we didn't vet the 10 million new people. And the economy's garbage. So now even the people who are already living here are struggling. They do look like a tadpole, OG. Like, absolutely. So I got to take a picture of these guys. I'm just trying not to get into a fight myself. And apparently, because I guess the way I dress, because if I go and somebody sees my holster and it's like a Texan or a Mexican, they're like, hey, where'd you get the nice holster, right? That's, yeah, because like everybody's like country here. And then some of these guys are coming in from other countries like, oh, he has a gun, and they kind of freak out. But it's weird. So Joy and I are going home now after door dashing. Oh, good deal. So study your area, start looking. I'm seeing a lot of channels bring up this concern that there's just bad stuff. These members of this group as a whole are actually operatives and I suspected this myself, but I'm not seeing the evidence on the ground. But I'm out in the country. Most of the people here who are newly arrived are like working at HEB or they're Ubers. Like they're not doing really bad shit. And when they do bad shit, it's theft. They steal a car. One guy stole a crane, like the whole freaking crane truck, and drove it somewhere else. And then they were trying to take it apart when the cops showed up. I'm like, who the hell? That's a big ass thing to steal. I mean, courage to them. But as you go through your week, start trying to notice what's the change. Is there something going on, or is it just in the bigger cities and we're not seeing it where I am? I am seeing more homelessness. I agree with that. And I'm not sure if that's a result of the immigration or if it's a result of the economy or both. So, hey, off the wall, good to see you. Back from the Philippines. So, folks, take some time, do some homework, get to understand your area, because I've said it before, know your area, know your demographic, know your geography. Our areas are changing, and they're starting to change very quickly. And I'm trying to wonder, oh, yay, my pizza's ready. And I'm starting to wonder what exactly is going on. So you guys feel free to throw it in the comments below the video later. I'll let you guys go, but start paying attention to the changes in your area, because I don't think what we assessed in our local areas respectively 6 months, a year ago is still the same. I really think this change, and is it a threat or can it be a benefit? Can these people from these poor countries or other countries have a skill set that can help the community? Right? I'm trying to look at it from both ends, but doing a video on it. Okay. So look, you guys and girls, be good, be safe, be careful out there. Watch yourselves and start understanding your area. Start seeing what are the changes, what are you noticing, because I think that's going to kind of give us, I'm a big fan of getting tipped off about things, right? Little changes in the industry, in the market, the economy, the community, give us a hint as to what could be coming. So let's all pay attention this week. And if I can do some kind of assessment of what I'm seeing and not get in a fight somewhere, I will make another video. But you guys be careful out there, be safe, plan your trips if you got to travel, even if it's just to work. And I'll see y'all on the next video. You guys, God bless. Be good.